Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport, baby. I am your interim host and producer for the day, Tony. Brian out on an assignment on the course today. Hopefully the rain holds up. Hopefully he does well. Yes. But in for him on the table, dude, for the whole episode, we have Michael Theophil, baby. Let's go.
The champ is here. The champ is here. Have no fear, sixth man of the year.
Wow, dude. Very authentic.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it here. Great job, Michael, on the intro, dude.
Thank you. Society.
We have a great episode for you guys here today. It's Monday. It's June 9th. Dude, happy 69 day, Michael.
I get it. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. Okay, yes.
Dude,
good job, Michael.
Thursday,
the 12th. I know, dude.
We're going to be there bright and early.
I can't
Bar
wait,
talking
dude.
6 a.m.
Oh, my God, dude.
That's
Publicans, martinis.
Dope. Oh, my God.
Rick and Dave, dude.
Dude, and what I'm really pumped about is shout out Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
He's driving to the stadium, brother. So that means we will have a Where's DTV now. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Feel safe. Have the gear in the car. We're not going to bring much, but just like camera, microphone.
Yeah.
You know,
Keeping it light, keeping it simple, dude.
Exactly. But it's like we can make it memorable.
Yeah, dude. I know Ernie's pumped for it, obviously, dude.
I'm pumped for him.
Yeah, man. Me too, man. I have never met Ernie in person. So how about that, dude?
I can't remember if I have or not. It's clearly not then. I don't think I have.
I don't think you have either. I think only Brian has.
Oh, he has. Oh, because he went to the game with him.
Well, yeah, but I think before that first time at Josh's place, right? The sausage and peppers, the whatnot.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
He was there for that?
I think so. I think he dropped in, dude.
What a time.
But it's going to be a better time on Thursday,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. Like,
I mean,
it'll make that
dude?
time look embarrassing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
why'd you even show if you knew this was coming?
why'd you even arrange that? Like, but obviously we have a lot to get to a ton happening in the world of sports. Obviously, this weekend, Mets get the sweep. The Rockies, say what you will. Yankees, a little trouble against the Red Sox. OKC is in the house, though. Michael's watching UFC on the weekend as well,
Yeah,
dude.
baby. We got some UFC coverage.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I forgot.
And some PGA sprinkled in there as well. Obviously, hockey.
Obviously, the playoff, NBA.
NBA, yes, dude. It's been good. In any case, let's get at the comments first here.
There's a bunch.
We have Kev Dew saying, "Let's go. We want the smoke." Soto starting to heat up. Let's effing go Mets, dude. Yeah, Soto pretty solid, I guess, against Colorado. I think he had 6 hits, right? But no extra base hits. He is kind of heating up in terms of the bat, but you still want more. You want more. Every day Mets says New York Yankees suck. Okay, dude, which, I mean, obviously tough weekend for them. He says Brian can't handle the smoke, dude. And I'll do the patented, this is the classic Brian move. You know, Michael, it's so funny. You know, Thursday, all of a sudden there's like these editing days, but the Mets have just lost. Tony's not showing, dude.
That's a good one.
So it is the parallels here for Brian. Kev Dew, Yankees lost. Brian can't take it. Brian's tight right now. I'm sure he'll be commenting in. I'm not sure about his tea time or anything today. But the great Ernie in here says,
My boy.
Yeah. He says, Theophil with all the exclamations.
Wow.
And then how about D-Rel says, I'm flaming somebody this morning. He says, I don't know, D-Rel's.
Who's D-Rels?
He's talking a lot of shit in the comments. I don't know anything about D-Rels, to be honest.
Is he a Mets guy? Or he just doesn't like Barnes?
Actually, I think no, he is a Mets guy.
Okay.
So
there's some
but he's definitely
commonalities
he was going at Buckner for a little bit, and he was going after Brian obviously too. So a lot of animosity towards D-Rels,
Buckner.
just in general. But, you know, it is what it is. And then, yeah, see, Josh B comes in there not having anything, dude. Just, what, you're a flame? Cool, he says, ... And then he says, Ernie, this is exciting. I've only met Brian at Josh's house. Josh lives 5 minutes from me. I bet they have a lot of late night contact, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Right, you know, sneaking out the back door, dude.
Oh,
a little
yeah,
bit of,
honey,
whoa,
I'm going to
dude.
smoke a cigarette. But she doesn't know
Wow.
it's a fatty.
Yeah, fatty penis. Let's go, dude. And then Ernie, calling D-Rail's a flamer. D-Rail's laughing at himself, it seems. Josh B laughing.
Josh B, we love him. I can't wait to see
I don't know
him.
what this emoji is here, dude.
Oh.
Right? What the hell is that?
It looks like a Ghostbuster or something.
I don't know, dude. In any case, I guess Kev Deuce says, I stream all the UFC pay-per-views on Discord.
That's dope. I just stream it on StreamEast.
Yeah, no, StreamEast is cool, dude, I guess.
Dude, not one problem that night.
For the UFC?
Yeah, it was
that's
dope.
great, dude.
Michael Viavel?
Honestly, they've been, it's just really, for some reason on my phone, it doesn't really work anymore. Laptops have been fine for me. For all the streams, for streamies.
I did the laptop.
You did the laptop. Laptop's good call there. Good call,
Thank
dude. And then Rels is getting hit hard by the comments, dude. Josh B calling him trolls. Kev Do. Rels is a flamer. I don't know if I can even say that, honestly. But in any case, dude, we also have Ahmad DT. I'm definitely botching this name. I don't know where you're coming from. He says, good morning, everyone.
Ahmad E.T.
Ahmad TD. Ahmad TD.
Ahmad TD.
Ahmad TD.
What's up, Ahmad?
Yeah.
Switch on over to the tube.
But we have a great weekend for you guys here. And, you know, Ernie's in the comments. Josh B's there, too. I did go bowling on Sunday,
And what
guys.
up, Kev do? I didn't say what up to Kev. Sorry. I had to. I don't want him to think
No,
I was
yeah, of
leaving him
course
out.
not. No, I'm excited to see Kev do as well.
It's been a while.
City Field, Mets games, in the elements, dude. And you're going to really, like, I always forget you weren't there last season.
I know, dude.
Last year. Because, like, just the fact of, like, from Publicans, you're walking to the train station with Rick and Dave, or on the train with them, and then you walk into the tailgate. It's just, like, it's such a cool, like, experience, dude.
Yeah,
it's like you feel like you're part of the gang.
Like,
you know?
like a gang.
Yeah, a gang. Like,
That's dope.
Like
It's like,
West
don't
Side
mess with-
Story, dude.
Don't mess with us.
Yes, don't mess with us.
We're going to have the jerseys, too.
Like, when you're a Met, you're a Met, you know?
Well, no, it's like TCA.
Well, I was like,
DTV.
dude, like when you're a Jet, you know, like from West Side Story. Have you seen West Side Story? Come on, man.
I haven't.
I feel like you would dig that, dude.
I would.
Because the gangs, the singing, like it's great.
I
Yeah,
need to
dude.
see it.
You should see it, dude.
The OG. Didn't they make a remake?
Yeah, Spielberg directed a remake recently. I haven't seen it though, but I heard good things. But obviously, like my mother saw the play back in the day. She'll tell you the play was the best, and it's not even that good anymore because different people acting. Yeah. In any case, how did that go, Tony? Josh B wants to know. It didn't really go great, dude. I bowled 5 games.
Tell them how much you paid.
Dude, it was $54 an hour.
Even his body just wanted to burp it up.
Dude, yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, and you know, it was kind of a weird. I don't know. I guess I haven't been a nutmeg in a while, but I don't remember the prices being that much. And also, like, I don't know, their whole like scheme was that you get the lane, you bowl for as long as you want, and then you pay for it afterwards, sort of deal. So they're banking on like you not, you know, just bowling, and all of a sudden like 2 hours goes by. But I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. And again, I haven't paid for bowling in years, right? But you know, I'm looking at like price wise back home, Rabs, you're looking at like $30 an hour, you know?
Yeah.
And now like this is 54. And I'm sure Rabs is probably more now. But still, dude, I mean, I could literally, I was thinking to myself while I was bowling, I could go pay for a round of golf at the wheel with my student discount, my faculty discount. It's like $30, $36, dude.
Yeah.
If I want a card, it's 45 or whatever it comes out to be. So literally, I can go golfing 18 holes for this price, which is like in my head, I was like, that shouldn't be at all, dude. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, Josh B, $350 a game. That was probably back in the day, dude. I remember Showplace out of Staten Island used to do, I think, dollar games on Tuesday nights.
They got to have something like that.
You know, I was even looking at the screens for the deals, and I didn't really see anything, dude. And it's kind of, and you can't pay for games either. I was like, can I pay for games instead of no, just bowl for as long as you want, and then you pay. which is so odd. My mother in here says good morning. And it was kind of a shame, dude, because it really shouldn't be that much, you know? I don't know what's going on there, dude, but that ain't right. And honestly, like there was a family next to me, dude. Like a bunch of kids, probably like 5 kids, okay? The couple, they had 2 lanes going on. So you're paying $100 an hour for 2 lanes.
Oh, God.
Like
and plus shoes. I'm sure they had to pay for
with the
shoes.
kids in the shoes. Yeah, dude. Fucking highway. I was really upset with that. My mom sometimes coupons for Rabs. Yes. How about John Polkin here says, hi, chat. I'm happy. Tigers, what's up?
Let's go.
Jay Burt says, Asbury Lane's $25 for 4 games and shoes. It's a Monday afternoon, he says, though. It was a Monday afternoon.
Jay, coming in with the bowling.
Jay likes to bowl, you know?
Does he? Is he any good?
Jay likes to do anything, you know?
Yeah.
You can convince Jay to do anything.
Yeah, I bet. Especially like the late night stuff with Ernie and Josh. Like that's a definite.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like he's in there.
Like he doesn't even himself like, wow, like Josh and Ernie kind of live close. Like I don't live that far.
Yeah, I can make that.
Yeah.
He's laughing right now.
Definitely, dude. So kind of tough, but yeah, again, I was happy to bowl. I was by myself. There wasn't really anyone around me, which was kind of cool. But it did take me. I did not bowl well, dude. My high game was a 242, and that was the only good game I had. You know, I think I had like a 200.
You need your coach there.
And then like one. Well, you know what? It took me a little while till I get back into the groove. My foot was sticking. I don't know if it was my shoes, old, whatever. I definitely need some new bowling balls, dude. Like it's definitely like like they're a little bit toasted. But in any case, you know, I was like rushing up to the lanes. I was running on my approach, and then I like took me like a game or two to like kind of realize I gotta like slow down. I was throwing the ball 18 miles per hour, dude. 18 miles per hour I was throwing this ball. And I was like, I gotta slow that down. You know, I was looking for more around 14, 13 and a half. And then of course the oil pattern was a little screwed up. I don't know what they were doing. But, you know, I found my line. I had some good shots, but again, the consistency wasn't there. And then I was definitely, I mean, I got 5 games in an hour, in less than an hour. So, like, I mean, I was really groovy. I didn't really take, you know, I was sweating. You should have seen me sweating, dude, in the bowling alley.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
Was it hot in there?
Yeah, I guess it was a little warm, but I literally just did not stop bowling for an hour. My arm right now is a little sore.
Wow.
Not gonna lie. Definitely got the old blister popping up over here, man. I can feel my calluses coming back on my tips.
Oh.
You know, feels good though.
On the tip?
Like I'm ready to go back tomorrow, honestly. Like
wow.
Rest day today, go back tomorrow.
Oh,
you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have Ernie having his PFP being like his,
yeah, dude. I mean, if we're gonna organize this bowling thing, I gotta come. I gotta show up, dude. Yeah. I gotta.
I can't have you embarrassed.
I gotta be consistent. You know, I mean, they're gonna put out probably a good product. They bowl. So
Josh hasn't bowled in a while though. So
yeah, but you know, he's bowled more frequently than I have. You know.
True. That is true.
And it's, you know, I mean, I want to have my top game out there, dude.
I want you to also.
Exactly, dude. I mean, this isn't like, you know, lollipop land.
No lollipopping.
Like there's gonna be things at stake, dude. Let's see, dude. Jay Bird, bowling, golf, late night contact. He's just been bowling 2-handed recently.
Oh.
I guess that's okay.
No.
And then I mean, I don't know. I'm not really about that, dude. I think it's very interesting how
it's the Asbury in him.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's definitely, you know, 2-handed bowling is becoming obviously more and more popular. Jason Belmonte, are you aware of Jason Belmonte? Is
he a bowler?
He's a professional bowler out of Australia.
He's been doing that.
2-handed, and he kind of like really popularized the 2-handed bowling. Like I don't want to say popularized, but I mean he did. No, he did popularize. I mean people were doing it. Like growing up, I would see kids doing it. You make fun of them. Like, you know, like what the hell, dude? But then obviously it's sanctioned. They allow it, and now more and more professional bowlers are popping up. Obviously, this guy Electric, who's been winning a lot too. He's got the accent. He's kind of a little bit of a poster child actually for the PBA. So definitely the kids are doing it now. You know, with the Riz and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
It's sad.
And how about there? Here we go. Brian Barnaby will update. Good morning. About to hit my first tee shot. Good luck, Brian. I wish you the best. What's one of the courses? I think he was saying private course in Wilton. I think he is.
How do you get there?
Classic. LA
Barnaby.
It wasn't ABC. Whatever distributor. Maybe Gaff. I think was hosting the tournament. Invited them. So it's going to be sick. He says. I think he's anticipating. You know, a beautiful. a beautiful time. Yeah, dude. Thank you. Josh B, Jason Belmonte. Yes, my mother. I think two-handed bowling isn't fair. I mean,
knows.
listen, it's easier to like get more revs in the ball. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. And then Ernie saying, "Beep, how interesting." LOL, me and Beep versus Bird and Tony. Obviously, Beep is Josh B. I don't know who Bird is though.
Maybe it's like a birdie.
Jay Bird, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe he's referring to Jay Bird.
Wow, he's calling birdie.
I mean, listen. As much as I love Jay, I mean that matchup. I mean, Jay's gonna need some pins. He's gonna need some handicap there. You know.
I'll step in. My brother. You know, I'm a wild card. Okay. Listen to me. My brother bowled and golfed all in the beginning, so I would be there. All of it.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, does that translate?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just like you're there. So like, I'm not sitting around. Like he was getting lessons.
And you were like,
I was like, you know, here for the ride.
yeah, okay.
You know, it's like they can't like have me somewhere else.
So you were like cheating in on the lesson, basically. Like a 2-for-1 deal.
John knows what he's doing. You know? So I'd be down to be your partner, Tony. I'll take some practice with you as well. You know, take tips from you.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude.
You know,
You think he's been bowling recently?
Jake. No, but
No.
golf. I think he. You know, the Florida.
I mean, yeah, how can you not, right?
Yeah, but his mom, huge bowler.
Mm-hmm.
Him and she would. I mean, they like talk about like those people when you go to the bowling alley and you see them all like chain smoking and stuff.
Yeah, beers and cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy how much more popular it was back in the day.
I know.
Like,
I mean,
like my parents, the cousins, everyone bowled.
I wonder what happened.
Like, even if you weren't good, you were like in a league. Like, it was something to do. Like for a Wednesday night, you go to league and you hang out and you drink
Community.
and exactly, dude. It was a social
They don't want
thing.
that now.
It's not really a social thing anymore, dude.
Yeah.
People don't want that. They rather just I don't know, do drugs on the corner, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that.
That's what the kids are all being taught. All their new music and stuff. Oh gosh, dude.
bad for them.
And then I don't know. These guys are saying 10 pins each. Yeah. Ernie, I think is trying to swindle some shit here. I mean, 20 pins for. I mean, I think Jay needs like 50 pins. You know, like I think he's hitting 160 on a good day, 165. You know. But whatever, dude. We'll see, dude. Kev do give him 35. Tony gets 10 since he be talking like he's 230, dude. Listen,
He doesn't need anything, okay?
I don't know. I don't need a handicap. All right,
That's embarrassing.
Like, absolutely
that he
not,
even,
dude.
Like suggested that.
Yeah, like that is
Like
ridiculous.
those are fighting words.
It is.
You know what? It's on.
It is on.
Like
dude.
at 2v2, I'm here. Jay will be the sub if we need it in case someone's
shit.
injured.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. We're gonna film it. We're gonna stream it
Live, dude. We're doing it live.
Yeah, baby. You guys better get your freaking, wrapped up because you're gonna get it.
Wow, John Pollock bet on Ernie. That's messed up. Jay Bird saying you underestimate me. Tony, possibly, dude. I mean, I could be. I haven't, Asbury Lanes. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. My mom says because there wasn't cell phones, people rather sit on social media than actually socialize now. Yeah.
Stupid people.
I know, dude. They don't know what's good. John Pollock, no hard feelings. No, not at all, dude. Fine, whatever, dude. But as I said, we got a tight show today here. We got a busy day, so let's keep it tight here. I'd say we're going to go typical here. Let's go now to the world, okay, of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it! Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
Now I can give you my hard drive.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do
Thank
that.
you. Big weekend in MLB land, folks.
Yeah,
All right.
dude.
A lot going on, a lot of wins, a lot of losses between our two favorite teams. I already know Barnes is tight after last night, even though Judge played well. I mean, he did. He had a bomb, made some plays. But, as Barnes always says, can't focus on that one game. It's a big, long season. Move forward. How do the Mets do?
The Mets swept the Rockies. And, obviously phone lines hot, red hot, wide open. 646-285-1259. Call in if you want to talk about some baseball right now. Not even just in the tri-state area. Any baseball. And I guess that only applies to John Pollock, I guess, at that point. But in any case, the Mets sweeping the Rockies. Sweeping them on the season, by the way, 6-0 against the Rockies this year. And I know, yes, you can sit here and you can tell me that they're one of the worst teams in the league, because they are. And just look at that, dude. We got someone calling in right now. All right, stand by. Ask and you shall receive. This guy really never misses a cue here. Hold on. We got Jay Bird live on the Sportsport, bud. Hello. Good morning, dude.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Who's this, Johnny?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Johnny Pollock?
Johnny Pollock, dude.
Oh, yo, Johnny.
It's Jay.
Oh, Jay. Yo, sexy boy.
Oh, God.
I was about to put on my best John Pollock impression.
What's that, dude?
Give us a taste of what that would be for the folks.
I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, he's a big Detroit. Oh, yeah, Detroit. It's great.
Oh,
Jay.
dude. What's going on, dude?
Lord Zed in the building.
I just wanted to point out, it's kind of funny how Barnes isn't in the house today. Didn't the Yankees drop like 2 games to Boston?
They did, dude. They dropped 2 games out of
That's
3
crazy,
against Boston.
Dude. Really funny. He just had to happen to be golfing, today on Monday to avoid all the ridicule.
I know, right? Very odd, dude.
Very odd.
Oh, dude.
Very, very odd.
Did you catch any Mets games this weekend, though?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir, I did. Of course. I'm always watching, Tony.
So what'd you think, dude? I mean, like, a lot of this narrative here is that, it's the Rockies, it's the Rockies. But at the end of the day, it's fucking, we're hyped, dude. 6-0 against a bad team. Like, you're gelling.
Exactly. And Juan Soto's waking up.
Mm-hmm.
You got guys like Brett Beatty going yard. You got your Pete Alonso's. He's hitting 2 home runs yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, dude. It was great. It was great to see.
Yeah, dude. And, for me, it's like, it's almost like you feel like this season, it's starting to seem like it's a little special. And I haven't really felt this way about a Mets season, honestly, my entire life, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like the first time. I'm getting a lot of ridicule for being like a bandwagoner fan. I was hanging out with Dante and Reese this week, and Dante's a Mets fan, and he was kind of giving me some shit, but he accepted me with open arms.
No, that's good. I mean, you are. I mean, I guess. I mean, there's no way around that one, Jay. I guess. I mean,
no. I get it, dude. But it's like it's a simple jump. I'm a Jets fan.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Why not?
Exactly.
I wanted to get into baseball this season.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, not for nothing. Like, misery loves company. Okay. So always accepting of more Mets fans, and I know long season still, high hopes, yes. But we'll see.
Yes.
If the Mets can get the job done, and I guess we'll see what happens, dude. I'd love to make it out to a game with you, dude. That'd be sick.
No, that's the plan, dude. I'm thinking about it. Or late July.
Late July. All right, I like that idea. Post deadline, post All-Star break, the heydays, the dog days of August coming up, dude. I mean, it's a great time to be watching some baseball.
No, I think so. I'm kind of upset I'm missing the game this week. You guys are going to have a great time.
Yeah, dude, you would definitely love the whole shebang, like the Publicans, Long Island beforehand, the tailgate. Like you would be riled. But that's all right, dude. You can get it next year. They do it every year.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, tell me more about this game on Thursday. It sounds like an early start for you guys.
Yeah, Jay, get some tickets, baby.
So, Rick and Dave show is doing their radio show live at a bar in Long Island called Publicans, and they're doing normal time. So they start 6 a.m. They're on 6 to 10. So you can literally start at 6 a.m. with them. Yeah, dude. The bar will be open. Brunch.
The bar will be open at 6 a.m.
Yeah, dude.
Baby.
Like they get it going. Bloody
So is that
Marys,
illegal?
martinis.
It's illegal for us.
I mean, it's Long Island. They don't give a shit, dude.
That's true. It's a lawless state.
And then, so we're probably gonna get there for I think 7:30 was our plan. So we're gonna meet around 6 o'clock. Brian, Stanford, train. Get there for like I said, like 7:30. Hang out with the boys, watch the show. Classic, and you can go out back door, parking lot, hang out, whatever.
Jay likes the back door. Actually.
Yeah, no, Jay would love the back door to the parking lot for sure, dude. And then we're gonna walk as a crew with the show,
Yes.
like ESPN, TCA,
West Side
DTV,
Story.
literally the gang, dude. We're gonna walk over. Yeah, we take the train together. Okay, and that was the time last year where Brian was like haggling
Popped.
Dave about Lindor.
He wants to do a take 2
with Soto, which is hilarious. And then we train it over to Wilkes Point, I guess would be the stop, right? And then we go over to the tailgate. And then at that point, I don't know, it's tailgate until the game starts, and then it's game. And then last year, Brian and I went golfing after the game, which was kind of wild. So who knows what will happen?
Wow, dude.
Yeah, that was like
That's a marathon.
Oh my god, that was an absolute marathon. Is right, dude. But obviously, it's Nats Mets, so it's I mean the Nationals have been keeping it competitive, I guess. But you would anticipate the win. It's Citi Field, dude. I'm looking forward, obviously, for the hot dogs and the tailgate. I'm looking forward for the win. I'm looking forward to the chocolate chip cookie bucket, dude. I'm getting that again. I might go like all sweets once I'm inside the stadium, because I'm sure tailgate, burgers, dogs, sides, whatever, and then inside the stadium, ice cream in the helmet, chocolate chip cookie bucket. Maybe I'll be dunking the cookies in the ice cream. Maybe make my own ice cream chipwich thing.
Holy shit!
I don't know, dude. But it's gonna.
You got it all figured out. You'll be fine.
Yeah, dude. I'm really pumped. It's gonna be. It's. I haven't been to Citi Field since opening day, so it's gonna be nice to be back, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like I said, the
We'll
magic.
go Mets,
magic
man.
Hell yeah,
Go Mets.
baby. Are you off today right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's Monday, dude. I'm
That's
off on
right.
Mondays.
That's
I gotta work.
sick,
I work
dude.
tonight, and then I'm off tomorrow, and then I'm back in Newark on Wednesday.
Nice, dude. There we go. In office. Love it. Were you working brunch yesterday?
No, I was working dinner yesterday.
Oh, really? How'd
Working dinner.
the dinner shift on a Sunday go?
Oh, dude, it's fire.
Really?
Yeah, busy. No issues. I got stiffed on a tip.
Wait.
Oh,
You
Jay,
gotta
what
get-
happened?
This guy gave me 10% on like $180.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, what'd you do?
Yeah, 10%. Like, yeah. Did you fuck up or?
I can't. Nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. I just eat hard. I'm subject to the public generosity.
Yeah.
But
No, yeah.
how
I,
it
mean, I hope
goes.
he's listening
How it
right
goes
now, dude. I
sometimes.
hope he's listening.
I hope he is too. He looked kind of cool. He was like hitting his vape at dinner, and
He looked kind of cool. Is it his vape at dinner? Jay was like,
hitting
"Yo,
his vape at
that,
dinner.
that
he's
guy's
getting
cool."
fat,
He
too.
had a bunch of tattoos. His date was good looking, and
Oh, but that's
I
probably
think
what he was feeling.
Oh,
You were like checking out his girl,
maybe.
and he
Dude,
was like
maybe.
felt threatened, and he's like, you know what? F this guy.
That's this guy.
crazy,
He
I'm
dude.
gonna
get
keep him broke.
$12.
Yeah.
maybe he was just like, tight at the girl. Like, oh, I'm spending so much fucking money on this girl, dude. Like, I can't.
I'm not getting anything.
Like, God forbid she
That's
reached for
true.
the check tonight. Now this.
Oh, dude, she got to go to the bathroom when I dropped the check.
Dude, that
So it
fucking
was-
sucks, dude. I hate when women do that, dude. Like, and also,
bro.
like, come
it's
on.
like you're gonna pay for it anyway.
And it's also wait. Like the man's gonna pay for it anyway. You're saying,
Yeah.
Oh, I think you meant like they're gonna pay for it anyway. Like,
They're
like
gonna
later
pay
on.
later
yeah.
yeah, you better. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oh God, dude, that's terrible. But I'm sorry, dude. Well, hopefully you'll get some guy who's like some billionaire, and he's just like, hey, man, I'm dying right now. Here, like, take all my money.
That's the hope. Tony.
Oh, that's
That-
That's the hope.
it's
Every day
in
I get
time.
one table.
Mhm.
He tips everybody $1 million, and then we all go home early.
That'd be so sick,
Dude.
dude.
One time I was in my early years of in the industry.
This happened to you?
Sort of. Yes, I knew Jay would like that. In the industry. Ozzy, you've met Ozzy before.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, this is his early years as well.
Oh God.
He's still in the industry. And this rich guy comes in for lunch, and he's just like chilling there, gets like an app and a drink, and he's just whatever. Then he starts chatting up Ozzy, and he's like, what do you want to do with your life? And Ozzy's
Oh,
like,
no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, okay, well, how much do you want for a tip? And Ozzy's like, 20%? I don't know, whatever you want to give me. I don't care.
Yeah. This is an odd
Right?
question. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. And he's like, how about I give you $3,000?
What?
And it
Really?
was an app and a drink. And he was like, No, I can't. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, see, this is your problem. When someone asks you how much, you go above and beyond. And he writes $3,000 and like gives him the thing and walks out. Yeah, Jay's like, what the fuck?
That's wild.
Yeah, and Ozzy, the manager was like, oh, we got to split this between everyone. And I was like, fuck that, that's Ozzy's.
Yeah.
And Ozzy got to keep it.
Oh, that's awesome. What do you do with it?
Yeah, my manager would do the same thing.
He's in the industry.
He's in the industry, blew up. Yeah, dude, that would be tough if your manager would be like, yeah, no, we have to split that up. That's bullshit, dude.
It is.
But you know, it is what it is, Jay. Hopefully that happens to you, dude.
I'm manifesting it.
Like, more than 300 grand. Like, that'd be sick.
Well, now, Jay, if that happens to you, you better fucking hammer it home.
$1 billion.
Yeah. How much want you to be? $1 billion.
What do you want to do with your life? I want to start a company and make billions.
Make billions.
Oh, dude. That's awesome.
All right, guys.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for calling in, dude. Yeah, you gotta go. Busy day. I'm sure you got ahead of yourself.
We appreciate
Busy
the
day.
call.
A lot to do.
You gotta water your plants
love you.
and take out the trash.
Love you too, dude.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Jay. I'll see you soon, bud.
Tony.
Tony didn't say he
All
loves
right,
you.
bye.
I love you too, dude.
There you go.
Bye. Jason Lubatelli, everyone. Jay Bird.
Great call.
Yeah, it was great, dude. Always great to hear from a fellow Mets fan, dude.
Well, not even. It's just like a friend.
Yeah, I don't have many around here.
Amen.
I kind of forget we're talking about the Mets.
Yeah.
Taking 3 of 3 here on the weekend. It's crazy, dude. Jay brought it up too with Brett Beatty. I mean, that Friday game was a close call, all right? And, you know, I know it's the Rockies, whatever. I know we have a lot to get to as well, so we'll be skimming through the weekend games here. But you get the Friday start here. Kadai Senga on the mound. And honestly, he gets the job done for the most part. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Gave up 1 solo home run. I think it was maybe 4th inning, 3rd inning to Moniak. Who, you know, whatever, dude. I mean, that's going to happen, obviously. You're in Colorado. It's Kadai, off speed. It happens, whatever. But obviously, up until that point, it was a nothing game, you know? So you kind of thought the first 2-3 innings, Mets bats kind of quiet here. You had no Lindor this game, the broken toe that he's been kind of nursing. But he was available off the bench later on in the game. We'll get to that because obviously that was a huge moment. And I guess honestly at that point we can get to that point because late in the game here, Alonso makes it 2-1, 2 RBI double in the 7th. Late night Mets in action. Alonso obviously rising up to the occasion as he has many times. But then this guy Moniak here, another RBI single from him to make it 2-2. Game's tied up. And this is after, Kadai's gone. This is Brazoban giving up a run. He gets out of the inning. Thank God for that. 8th inning comes. Reen Stanek gives up 2 hits and a walk, but gets himself out of a jam. How? Because of Brett Beatty, dude. This guy reinventing himself this season, it seems.
Well, when your job's on the line.
When your job's on the line, backs against the wall, dude.
You got to step up.
And not for nothing, this is like a second chance for him, too. So he's definitely, like I said, rising to that occasion. But I forget who it was. It was McMahon, okay? McMahon lines out double play here. So this is the scene I was setting up here. And at this time, we were at the bar. We're at the Horseshoe Friday night, okay? Stanek on the mound. We're watching this, okay? Leadoff single to Beck. And obviously, and I'm sure if Jay's still listening, eyes rolling when he sees Stanek coming on the mound into the game here. Leadoff single. You're thinking we're in trouble. It's a tie game. You're almost thinking like loss, honestly, dude. And then he gives up a double to Estrada. So you have runners on the corner, runners second and third, excuse me. Nobody out, and then he walks Goodman. He walks the bases loaded. There's no outs, Michael. Okay? McMahon at the plate. He's, obviously he's had big, I guess, games, big moments for the Rockies, I suppose. What does he do? He hits a hard line drive down the third baseline. Brett Beatty snags it in perfect position for the double play action, tags Beck on third before he comes back to it. Double play, just like that. Third base, open, runners first and second. 2 outs.
Wow.
Just like that. Stanek gets Doyle a strikeout swinging. Stanek was absolutely elated, dude. Hugging Beatty in the dugout. That's a great fucking team effort right there, is what he said to Beatty. but really it was more like, yo, thanks for bailing me out. So that was pretty huge because obviously that was the game right there. And then, of course, now top of the ninth to couple some good defense with some good offense. Leading off this inning here, Marte strikes out. Soto single to center. Alonso gets walked. Runners first and second. 1 out. McNeil flies out. That's the second out. Lindor pinch hitting here for Taylor, okay? And Lindor, in obviously a huge moment here as a Met, double to right, scores Alonso and Soto. A 2-2 game becomes 4-2. Beatty strikes out to end the inning there, but then Diaz in the ninth, 3 up, 3 down, 1 strikeout. That's the game right there. And he gets his 14th save, I guess, of the season, I think it was. But in any case, I mean, that was really the one game where you're kind of looking at it and you're like, you kind of thought you were going to lose it. First game of the series as well. You're going to be kicking yourself in the ass if Senga, with a great outing like that, wasted. But obviously, Lindor, Beatty, the heroes of that game. You'll have to see that win, like I said, dude. On to Saturday. At that point, I think the weight was off the shoulders. And obviously the runs were plenty after that because they scored, 22 runs the next 2 games against the Rockies here. Saturday game, Lindor back in the lineup here. And it was a great game for him, 3 hits on the night. And you had the start from Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes mirrors what Kadai Senga put out there, 6 innings, 1 run. Did give up 9 hits, though, but obviously some great defense, some timely double plays as well by the Mets. Put them in a good position here to win. I mentioned the 8 runs coming plenty this game, and the first one was Ronnie Mauricio, actually, if memory serves me right. First homer as a Met. He had a great series against the Rockies. Per my notes here, Ronnie Mauricio, this series against the Rockies, 5 hits, 2 doubles, I should say, and a home run, which was great after having no hits. He got his first hit as a Met and his first home run as a Met as well. Which you love to see that. Mauricio seemingly gaining some confidence, and I know it's against the Rockies, but young guy coming into shape, was doing really well in the minors. I think he had like 9, in his last 9 games in the minors. He was batting like ridiculous stuff, 5 dingers, whatever it was. Numbers were crazy. Came to the majors, can't adjust, strikeouts, swinging at everything. This is like one of those series where you feel like against the Rockies, you gain his confidence. You go into the National Series, maybe gain some more confidence. I think you have Phillies after that, and then maybe you're sitting in a good position as a young player here. Especially him this weekend. I think he played third base, shortstop, and then DH, kind of getting moved around. I've talked a lot about that, as a young player coming up. I think it's important for someone to stay in the same role, to get into, a rhythm. But obviously he found it here by, being moved around the field. So you love to see that out of him. You have to see, honestly, the Mets kind of rally around him as well. I was mentioning the homers. There was 2 other ones by the Mets. You had a Jared Young homer in the 5th, a McNeil homer in the 6th. We'll get to McNeil after the Sunday game, too, because he had a great series as well. And like I said, I mean, the runs were just being tacked on. Bullpen, another clean game. Buteau gave you 2 scoreless innings, only giving up 1 hit. And you had Castillo coming in the 9th. I think it was a 3-up, 3-down scenario for him with 1 strikeout. So that was clean there. And these are on your best bullpen guys, all right? And then Sunday, I mentioned more runs by the Mets, put up a 13 spot here. Lindor back in the leadoff role. Toe, all good. We're great. McGill getting the start here. Not great. And you actually see Paul Blackburn give you 4 innings. So I think, again, I think a really good use of your pitching staff, I think, this weekend, even though it's against the Rockies, and you do have an off day today, so everyone should be really well rested for the National Series, which is great. More home runs to speak of. McNeil, dude, had his first home run of 2, by the way, yesterday. In the top of the second, the scoring started off early and often. 1-0 bottom of the second. Alvarez, RBI single, makes it 2-0. Alonso, 2-run homer, 4-0 in the third. Taylor coupled that with a double after that, scoring Mauricio 5-0. And then McNeil homered again in the 4th inning. So after the first 4 innings, it was a classic 8-0, dude. So the game was in hand, never really in question there. Big storyline there was McNeil with the 2 home runs, obviously. This weekend against Colorado, he had 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 4 hits over this 3-game set in Colorado. He's heating up, which is great. Again, I know it's against Colorado, but you hope they can just, take this into the next series here. And then Alonso, obviously, the 2 home runs as well on Sunday. That his first homer tied, which was his 16th of the year, 17th of the year, broke David Wright's record for most home runs as a Met at 242, right? So Alonso's second all-time Met home runs will probably beat Strawberry's record this season, honestly, because I think it's like 250-something. In any case, dude, it was an absolute offensive bonanza. You'll love to see the product the Mets put out there in the field. I mentioned, I guess it was cool to see Blackburn. Blackburn gave up 4 runs, though, or 3 runs, excuse me. Obviously, they haven't been great. Neither is McGill. Blackburn, the injury, we know, dealing, whatever, dude. You're happy about the win. You got the off day to soak it all in. And like I said, dude, I mean, at this point, the Mets 42 wins right now on the season. I think they have, a 5-game lead on the Phillies, which is kind of crazy because there was 2 games back not too long ago. People were saying this is the time. Phillies, I think, were like 9-1 in their last 10. I think they're actually like 1-9 now, actually. They're on like a 3-game losing streak or a 2-game losing streak or whatever it is. Not playing great baseball. Obviously, the Braves are just digging themselves more of a hole this season. But again, I mean, nothing is set in stone, obviously. I mean, the Phillies are going to be probably, close to neck and neck and very competitive throughout the entire year. And you never know, the Braves could start something. I mean, we've seen that in their World Series victory. I mean, they were a bad team going to the All-Star break, and they had a tremendous second half of the year, which, obviously they dealt with a lot of injuries, Acuna, obviously some bad play here, but you never know. I mean, they could pivot and make it competitive and at least get a wild card spot potentially. But in any case, dude, I don't think anyone really beginning of the year would be sitting here and thinking the Mets would have 42 wins at this point of the season. Easy schedule or not, which it arguably isn't, by the way, because, not for nothing, like we've played the Phillies. Like I know we're playing the Rockies a lot, but we also just played the Dodgers a lot too. And we took the regular season series against the Dodgers, so you love to see that. And not for nothing, like I said this before last week, I mean, this is, a Mets team last year would have lost on Friday, would have probably, lost the series, the 4-game set against the Dodgers, and even so, you feel like you should have won at least 3 games there, But in any case, I mean, you got to be pretty stoked, and not for nothing. I mean, this is without, with dealing with injuries as well. I mean, obviously not having Montas and Anaya is, something that Mendoza's had to navigate, and that's been something that actually has lost us games as well. Not having AJ Minter in the bullpen has been something that has, stretched the bullpen and the pitching staff thin and lost us games. Soto sucking ass so far this season is something that lost games. And not for nothing, someone like Mark Vientos has not been having a good year. Alvarez really hasn't been having a good year. McNeil, obviously injury, not having a great year. It's crazy to think about all the success that this team has had with, Lindor and Alonso leading the pack there. Imagine that McNeil does start to heat up. Imagine that Nimmo does start to heat up more. That Ryan Mauricio starts to heat up more, I mean, there's a lot more of a higher ceiling. What I'm trying to say here, Mike. What are you looking at me like that for?
No, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at something on my screen.
So, I know a lot of people would say, oh, easy schedule, which is arguably not, by the way. And they haven't had many off days, I guess. I think they just finished a 10-game stretch. I guess it happens to every team, but still, I mean, it's a lot to play. They're dealing with injuries, they're dealing with a lot of different things. And to come in here and to go 6 for 6 against any team is hard. So to do that, especially, in an environment like Colorado, too, when you're there, you never know. And balls fly out of that park. It could happen on either side of the plate. So I think as a Met fan, I mean, you're absolutely elated to be in this position. I said to Jay, it does feel like a special season. I am starting to feel that way, dude. I will say that's what I felt like with the Rangers, though, 2 seasons ago, So like I said, nothing is set in stone too before. I said that, Mike. So you never know. And obviously Mets team, they've been known to blow it historically in the past, but again, this is a different feeling, I'm expecting. You're expecting to see the Dodgers in the championship series, and you're expecting to beat them right now at this point, And who knows, who that postseason hero is going to look like. could be Alonso. Alonso was obviously hot in the postseason last year. It's a big reason why he's still on the team right now. Speaking of Alonso hot, this month of June, Michael, we're only 9 days in, by the way. Guess how many home runs he has in 9 days in June?
9.
6.
Oh, well. I thought he'd have more.
Still really impressive, dude. He has 6 home runs in June. 6 home runs in June, 18 ribbies, and he's batting .382 so far this month. And you know he's 1 home run away from his most home runs in a month tied. I would tie for most home runs in a month this season. That's 7. So you would imagine with 20 days left, he's gonna have way more than 7. So you love to see that out of him. And, again, he's a guy who's also playing for a contract. He's playing for a lot. So you love to see that. And, I guess Kev Dew said it, or it was Jay Bird maybe saying, Soto heating up this series. Yes, the hits are there. Love to see him get some extra base hits, score some more runs here. It's nice to see him, on base a lot. That's good. So Josh M in the house says, let's fucking go Mets, dude.
He do you know his ties with
Clay Holmes?
Yes.
What? We've talked about it.
What is it?
Brother-in-law, cousin-in-law, something like
Brother-in-law.
that. Brother-in-law. Yeah.
That's pretty close.
That's as close as you can get without being family, right?
Yeah, like as your own brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant by family. So that's pretty freaking sick, dude. And I'm sure like Clay Holmes has been honestly another guy where you would think, a bright spot in the rotation for someone who first time as a starter in like 9 seasons, dude. You didn't expect him to be that good. You didn't expect anyone, the Mets in general, to be this good. So I think that's okay. There we go. He says, "Ha ha ha!" Married to his wife's aunt, who is the same age. So cousin, wife's aunt.
Married to his.
So you're kind of not that close because it's not even like it's outside. It's your wife's family. Like your wife is close with Clay Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Josh M's a cool guy. They go to the family functions.
Mm-hmm.
They're like.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah.
Getting close.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty sick though.
Yeah. You
That's
got another comment?
Would you? Well, I'm not done with this one though right now, dude. Like I'm still on this one.
But I can't even see who it is.
Because you don't have the vision,
covered.
dude. It's Fishboy.
You have it covered.
It's Fishboy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, dude. God, I was gonna say, dude, like that's like do you talk to him about baseball? Maybe
he doesn't want to talk.
That's
about
what I mean.
baseball.
Like that's what I would think in my head. Like, but it's like what?
What else are we gonna talk
What
about?
else are we gonna talk about? Like, you fucking pitch for the Mets. It's sick, dude. Like, what's the deal? Yeah, you watch Last of Us. John Pollock, LOL. Josh M says, we got to stay with him in New York, so it's as close as you can ask for, he says.
Yeah, suck it.
Yeah. I wonder what's his address. No, dude, that's really sick. Very jealous. We don't talk much about it, but he occasionally drops nuggets. Ooh, that's so sick, dude. Yeah, so I was like sitting next to Cohen at dinner and
No, that's not that cool. Like it'd be like, like felt really good to strike out X. player.
Dude, if he was like, dude, I'm like, honestly, if I would cry if he's like, yo, I'm like so much happier on the Mets than the Yankees right now. I'd be like,
he wouldn't say that.
Fuck yeah, dude. Could you
Well,
say?
I'm sure he would say that because like
Clay Holmes?
Like players that didn't like their time there.
Well, yeah, because obviously this Mets way better. Dude.
He had interesting stuff to say about the Yankees when he left.
Oh, let's go, dude. That's so funny. I wish Brian was here right now. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, he'd be tight.
No, he definitely would be very tight. Speaking of being tight, Yankees. I didn't watch any Yankee games this weekend.
Me either.
Honestly, it was kind of wild because I remember again on Friday watching the Yankees because it was on, obviously focused on the Mets clearly. And by the way, I didn't finish driving home when Beatty hit that double play, screaming in the car, waited in the driveway, when Dor hit, screaming in the car again. But it was pretty wild, dude, because I'm pretty sure the Yankees were in the lead on Friday, and then they kind of blew it. And they kind of blew it. Or was it Friday they won? Maybe it was Saturday. Maybe I was thinking they kind of blew it. In any case, dude, not good. Obviously, dropping 2 out of 3 against the Red Sox. But I guess good news is Red Sox are 4th, 3rd of the division, I think, or something like that. So you really lose much there. You're still in the lead. And who's creeping up on you? Tampa, I think. Anyone? Tampa, yeah. They're 4.5 games back. Toronto is 2. Red Sox are 8.5 games back, even with taking 2 games from you, dude. So, I mean, obviously you want a better outcome there. But like I said, you still have the division seemingly in hand, to be honest. Like, I don't really think it's really much of a worry. Like I know it's kind of crazy to say at this point, but I don't know, dude. I mean, this division, like, again, I think people maybe underestimated how good the Yankees would be this season because they kind of thought this division would be so much closer with everyone kind of not being that great. But we've talked about it. The Yankees, Fried, Goldschmidt, Bellinger, those acquisitions obviously help for a lot of wins here. So I don't think the Yankees have much to be honestly worried about. They also, I believe, have the off day today. We have another comment here. Josh M says, he said the Mets is a family-focused organization. And he says the Yankees, it is what it is. Wow.
I mean, he didn't do that well with the Yankees, so that's why he's saying that.
Well, I mean, you don't put a good environment for
Judge
conducive to winning. Well, no.
Judge loves it, So.
He never said. Did he say that?
Yeah.
When did he say that?
He says, "This is my life. This is my family."
He didn't say that.
I would bend over backwards for them.
That's kind of weird that he would say that.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
I bet he meant that literally.
Yeah.
And then Ernie says, Tony with the pipe dreams segment. I love it. And he says, such positivity. Well, I don't know. I mean, Ernie, I mean, obviously, if I was a Yankee fan, dropping 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox, not great. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, let me know if you feel differently. I mean,
Call in, baby.
I feel like that you would probably be in the same situation where you're not for nothing. You should be happy with where you are in the division, and you should be happy with what your division looks like right now. I mean, again, Tampa Bay's in second. That's crazy. I feel like also the Red Sox specifically, people thought they'd be way better. People thought that they, I think a lot of their younger stars would bright shiny, like Duran possibly, and people are talking about Duran trade. To be honest, dude, I know he just did he get injured, I think, or whatever. And Story hasn't been as good as people anticipated him in coming back. Although he could heat up, I think he had 2 home runs yesterday. Crochet obviously good, other than honestly kind of getting popped a little bit yesterday too. But still, I think you have a lot. And I'm not sure who your next series is against. But yeah, dude. I mean, I think you'll be fine. I mean, come on. No,
I'm coming.
Positivity, right?
Yeah,
Yankees.
Well, I mean, we always understand. Like whenever it's Barnes here by himself or you here, the show's gonna sway one way or the other.
But I feel like Brian would almost have that stand a little bit. Like he'd talk about the games, bullshit, get it out. What are we doing? And then it's just like on to the next one. Off day, reset. And then whoever you have next, who is I don't even know. And then my mom comments in here. So shout out to my mom's cousin Sam, who did pass away, I guess, on Thursday.
Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace, obviously. Definitely, my mom says the funniest man that she knew. Certainly the funniest man that I knew, too.
Really?
Just, yeah. And
Really?
it was like type of comedy
Ernie from
that
Gary.
was just like,
Of course.
I know, right? Ernie's a fucking
During the
shithead.
sentimental moment.
It was just like crossing the line, but like enough where it's just like everyone's into it, dude.
Got it.
It's
where
just-
everyone
could be
the
into
left,
it.
the right, and the middle.
Everyone, dude.
Yes.
The kids, the adults,
That's awesome.
even Ernie too.
Speaking of Ernie,
What do you got, dude?
calling during a sentimental moment.
Here.
Good morning, Ernie. How we doing, dude?
Good. Didn't know we were in a sentimental moment.
No.
Oh
we're
no,
just
that's
teasing.
okay, dude. We're just teasing you. We're just teasing.
We love you. You can call anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I was a little behind. I was listening to when you were talking about the.
No worries, dude. What do you got? What do you got on the weekend?
So I think Yankee fans make more out of this than what it is. We're explaining in the division. Like we have some hold in the division that if at any point could drop 2 out of 3, it's now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't panic. We still got some things to get. We're not firing on all hitters, but the fact that the AL is as weak as it, we just make sure that by the time it comes, we're good.
Yeah, absolutely. And not for nothing. I mean, I think you're seeing Boston again after Kansas City in Fenway too. So I think another look at them, another crack at them would probably be good. And honestly, like in Fenway, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are the ones taking 2 out of 3. especially because you probably have Freed right at that point starting a game. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you guys would be fine. So, I mean, like I said, it is tough. Like I would be tight too, but I mean, things are looking really good. So, how about the bowling, dude? Do you got any bowling this weekend?
Yes, I bowled Saturday. I shot 680. I went 30, 20, 40.
There we go.
I don't know what that means.
So
3-game series, 680 divided by 3, the average. Come on.
That's too much math for me.
What do you do? Are you in a league on Saturdays or like what's that? What's the deal with that?
No, this is called Big League. I stopped bowling league. Now I do big bowling leagues. So like the is every Friday or Saturday summer. And it's mostly like every now and then they'll have a Saturday morning match. And it's like just in the summer, 15, 16 weeks or whatever, 30 top. They have different divisions in New York and in Long Island. They have no divisions now. So it'll like, end of the year, national wins 30 grand. So
that's pretty sick.
Saturday we had a match. It's a 45-point system. We won 5.
There we go.
It was pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. It's talking a lot of shit.
Oh, dude, I could imagine.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of do 20 on this game. I want to sign $20. So like, I got to go up on the page, the Big League Bowling page, pictures of signed $20 bills, and I'm like, I was this Saturday. This is what happens when you call somebody a bum.
Oh, dude, that's dope. I'm having a good time, dude. I gotta start maybe I'll start bowling more on the weekends, dude. We get back into a groove.
I will say this though. Yeah, you guys don't stand a chance if we were to decide to bowl you guys. I could give you a couple pins. You would. I know Tony, you don't want pins, but like, I can still give you pins and see if that'll work out. Like, I give you pins. We get burned 35 pins, 50 total, and I think maybe you still come up. At least it's a fighting chance. Like,
I'm not taking any of your pity pins.
It's
okay,
on.
dude. Like I'm not.
It
Yeah,
is so
no,
on.
like-
I am. You underestimate my competitiveness. I will not lose for Tony.
Yeah, like I don't care how much it is for an hour. Honestly, at
I'll
Nutmeg,
pay
I'm
1,000.
fucking I'm going. All right, dude.
well, the thing is, I could get. You want to come to Jersey? I could get $2 to $3 a game, no problem. Bowling alley in Jersey.
Honestly, it might be worth it at that point. You're probably breaking even with the gas, I guess. Maybe.
And look, like I'm easy. We could go to Lodi Lanes. It's right there, right. It's like you're not far over the bridge. We go right there. Up. I'll have the guys put your DTV on the screen. I'll have them put the TCA logo. We could have a nice setup. Michael can it, so that way you guys have a live recording of getting your pick. So
okay,
it works.
My mom with a live comment, by the way. My mom says, "Who is this joker? Does he know that you bowl?" And
I know.
There we go.
I don't think Mama Aunt knows that I bowl.
No, I don't think she does. But listen, I think it'll be very competitive when we do this, because it will happen now. Like it is definitely going to happen, especially if Brian's catching wind of this trash talking. I know Josh B's kind of staying quiet right now, but
he knows he's
smart. He's like,
he knows what he's doing. Josh B is a silent assassin.
This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what being Josh.
Good cop, bad cop.
Good cock, bad cock.
Yeah, I'm the big loud mouth talking trash, getting you upset. Josh is the assassin, just waiting for his moment to strike. It's a great little combination, But the challenge is out there. An official TCA challenge to DTV for a 2-on-2 bowl.
I mean, it's on.
No, it is on. And I saw Kev do try to throw his hat into the ring. He wants to make it 3-on-3.
If we do 3-on-3, fine. Barnes, Barnes is definitely better.
If you want to get a third. If you want to get a third, that's fine.
Yeah, your third is Kev do.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
All right,
cool. Yeah.
It's fucking on.
There's gonna be turmoil inside the team. All of a sudden, Ernie and Kev do be fighting each other.
Yeah. And Josh is like, I'm done with you guys.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Don't come over 5 minutes from my house ever again.
We're gonna be smoking, and we'll be smoking on DTV pack all day.
Wow.
All right.
That's a good blend there.
That is a good blend, dude.
Very potent. Very smooth.
Very potent and smooth. Yes.
Oh, all right, dude. So what are you doing
For
today,
the 12th,
dude?
though,
Yo, Stokes for the 12th.
I'm in the Bronx.
You're in the Bronx today.
Any bets for the folks?
Yeah, Yankees off day. Like, what are your go-to bets when the Yankees aren't playing right now? What do you got?
When the Yankees aren't playing, you know what, guys, a little bit of knowledge when it comes to that. I gotta thank you for giving me knowledge in other subjects. The best way to bet on where the team that you're a fan of isn't playing, you just play tendencies. So you go to a team that has been hot, offensively, and then you just play their trends. Out their last 7 days and see what they've done, and you kind of bet around that way. So like today's bet's gonna be Christian Yelich for total bases and an RBI. He's been pretty this month. Well, last 2 months he's been pretty. I'm gonna have Ozzy Albies for 2 bases and an RBI.
Interesting.
And Eugenio Suarez for a home run, and Steven Kwan for 2 total bases and an RBI.
All right, I like that. That is definitely playing the trends for sure.
You just play the trends, but the odds for those are always better. And then I noticed something on FanDuel that they do for basketball. I don't know why I've never seen it, that they do it on baseball, where basketball season. I don't know if you guys bet on basketball, but they do totals where it's like points, rebounds, assists all together, how much the overall. So on baseball, they actually have the same thing, as opposed it goes hits, RBIs, and runs combined how many. So those odds are actually, if you combine those odds, like a 4-game set where you pick like 2 players per game. Because this is the thing, like a lot of people think 7-leg parlays are crazy, but if you structure them right, they're not. If you structure them to it's 2 same game parlays per game on a ticket. You have 8 legs, but it's 4 games. You're betting the day.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I like that, betting those totals like that. I gotta get into some sports betting, maybe, dude.
I mean, look, it's if you, it's very rewarding. But the problem is that you have people that just like they can't. Like I give myself a limit per day, and if I hit that limit of loss, like I'm no longer playing for the rest of the day. But there's people that'll just blow whatever the hell in an entire day trying to chase it. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely been there. That's why I don't sports gamble anymore. I did do that, and I was definitely blowing it, dude. But you know what? You live and you learn. Maybe I'll try it out. We'll see. But I definitely would be tailing your bets, dude, for sure. But dude, Ernie, always appreciate the call in, dude. We're gonna do a little frenzy, get to the grid. So if you want to stick around, that'd be much appreciated, bud.
It's raining in the Bronx right now, so I am in my car. When you guys get to the grid, I will be here. I don't know how strong Theophil is. He's a delicate little flower, so I won't put it too much on him.
I don't know much, but I know a little.
Yeah, he's excused.
We're gonna definitely need
so I will be here.
Yeah, for sure.
But Tony, I expect you to carry.
Yes.
But
try.
Definitely be here.
Yeah, he even laughed at himself after that one. All right, Ernie. All right, dude. Appreciate it. Keep your hands on the ground. All right, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll do.
Peace. Keep your hands in the ground. Who the fuck says that, dude?
Keep your
Ernie,
feet in the ground, dude. I mean, that's I don't
keep
know.
your feet in the ground.
Keep your hands on the ground. It's pretty crazy.
I know, right? Push up position.
But he's always thinking a step ahead.
Yes, dude. Speaking of a step ahead, we have to keep moving here.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's crazy. Been a while since what?
I mean, it's an hour. We're like just getting into the immaculate grid.
We're going to the frenzy first, dude. We got to do the frenzy first. This MLB frenzy, baby. Obviously brought to you by the Hirsch Law Firm. Do you want to make picks, or do you want me to rattle off 3, dude? That's that, dude. You don't want to make picks, right? You don't care about picks?
I'll make some picks.
You gonna make some picks?
Let's do it. What do we got?
All right, you want to go first, or you want me to go first and give you some time to look at it?
I gotta look what's going on.
All right,
today
so you
in the
look
world
what's
of
going on
baseball.
today. Mets and Yankees both off, Brian. Oh, my, I'm calling you Brian, dude. Off Michael, dude. And I kind of enjoy, Ernie talking trends here. I think this is a good one. He's also talking Christian Yelich. Yelich and the Brewers facing off here against the Braves to start off this week. American Family Field here. Braves plus 145 going into this series, even though they're 4 games above 500 and the Braves are 10 games below 500, dude. And they're 10-23 on the road. I don't know why the Brewers honestly are still favored here with the plus money happening. Christian Yelich, you mentioned 13 homers on the season. Sal Frelick, a great outfielder for the Brewers. I think he gave the Mets some trouble when they played. He's batting .293 on the day. Braves here, I think, are on a 7-game losing streak. Losing the ranks here, doesn't really matter. I would hammer the Brewers. I'd probably hammer the over as well. Over is 7.5, which in my opinion is kind of low. Balls will be flying, especially towards Michael. Give me Brewers. They win this game. I'm going to say 7-3. Brewers in the over for my first game, dude.
All right. Coming off a fresh weekend, I hate to say it. Boston, Tampa Bay.
Wow.
Boston taking the over. I'm talking 7-2.
I didn't even have time to sip my coffee. That was so quick, dude. Bang. Hey, Yankees need the Rays to lose games, so why not, dude? Next game's still talking trends. Another team around the NL East that has not been doing right by themselves are the Philadelphia Phillies. They are on a 5-game losing streak right now. Quite a few games back of the Mets. They're off against the Cubs. The Cubs, one of the better offensive teams around the league here. 40 wins in the season. Over under 7.5. Which you're thinking Phillies, Cubs, lots of offense. Why low total? Because you have Matthew Boyd towing the slab against Zach Wheeler, dude. The Phillies, Cubs have faced each other in a series already. Phillies leading 2-1. Outscoring the Cubs this year 13-9. So it's been pretty tight, the run diff. And I say Phillies, I don't know. I feel like Boyd is due to get popped. Zach Wheeler, probably more consistent starter here. But I don't know. I think he gives up a few. I think I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm going to hammer the over, and I'm going to say Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong, top of the 8th, grand slam. Cubs 7, Phillies 4. Book it right there. Bang. The trends, baby. The trends. Number two.
We've got at 9:38, 9, Tony. The Los Angeles Angels versus the Athletics. And I'm going to take the Angels, the over. Trout, 2 home runs in this game, bringing you to a total of 9-2.
9-2, dude. All right, I'll go third and final here for me. I wasn't really looking right now, but it's fine, dude. I think Yusi Kikuchi, oh man, I don't really like. I guess give me Kelly and the Diamondbacks against the Mariners. Why not, dude? Arizona in Arizona facing off against the Mariners here for the first time this season. Emerson Hancock on the bump here for the Mariners. Merrill Kelly, obviously, hopefully getting the job done. 6-2 in the season, 3.43 ERA, doing very well for Tony's fantasy team, even though I've been eating shit in fantasy. Over-under's 9.5. I would hammer the under. D-backs, Eugenio Suarez. Ernie mentioned him. He gets his 19th dinger of the season. How about Cal Raleigh? 26 home runs in the year. That's pretty crazy. He's got 2 tonight to make it 28. But those are really your only scores of the day, I think. Diamondbacks win this game. I'll say 4-2. D-backs and the under. Michael, your last game.
All right. 9:40 p.m. Eastern time. We got the Dodgers. We got San Diego. I'm taking San Diego, baby. All right. They're hot. They're feeling it. They're only 2 games back of those Dodgers, and they want what they have, and that's everything, and they're coming for it. You're going to take the over. San Diego 5-1.
And just like that, your MLB frenzy on this nice little Monday, dude. And that, let's see, dude. That'll do it for the picks. We're going to go to the grid. Why not? Why not? Why, dude? I'm not going to lie. It doesn't really look great, dude. Oh god, I know, dude. We're not I was really hoping maybe Mets would be here or something, dude. But we have the serviceable, dude. Just a little bit of music, dude. Just a little bit here. But this is serviceable, dude. And it's funny, Rockies Cubs here. Because Brian and I were just looking up. We've been talking about him all last week, I guess. We can go DJ LeMahieu for that one, Michael. I know you were thinking the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
DJ LeMahieu, bang, 3%, not bad. Rockies 2,000 hits is going to be tough. You think Todd Helton? I don't
think so.
Yeah, but that's going to be it's 1,000% probably.
But who else is there on there?
I don't know. You have to think of someone who was on the Rockies for a little bit and has some hits.
I'd go Todd Helton.
We're going to keep it on the back burner. Maybe Ernie can help us out here.
I think we should just do it.
No, I'm not going to do that right now.
No,
we're not going to do it right now, dude. We are going to do Tyler Freeman, though, for the outfield for the Rockies. I was just talking about him. We just played him against the Mets. I can't imagine he'll be much, right? Because who even thinks of Rockies? 0.4%. Thank you, Mets, for just playing the Rockies here. We have no comments right now. Brewers, Cubs. Jerry Hairston. All right, let's go for Jerry, dude. Jerry, H-A-R. Okay, Hairston. Dude, there's two Jerry Hairstons.
Oh, shit.
98 to 2013 or 73 to 89. I would imagine it's the 98 to 2013, but I'm going to leave that blank for now, Ernie. And then 2,000 hits, 6+ WARs. 2,000 hits is so fucking tough, dude. Robin Yount for the Brewers, the only thing I can think of. Outfielder, we just talked about him, Sal Frelick. He's probably not going to be a lot either. 3%, I'll take it, dude. 98, he says. 98, Ernie, the great Erdini. Says 98 for Jerry Hairston. Jerry Hairston, 98. Bang. 0.3%. Let's go, Ernie, dude. And then we were also talking about Yelich, 6+ WAR season. Why not throw him in there? Again, I feel like these are things that probably there's so many players. 0.7, awesome. 2,000 career hits, 6+ WAR season. Why not? We'll throw the Yankees another bone here. The captain himself, dude. We'll go with Derek Jeter for that one. Probably be super low. 8%. Fuck. That's fine, dude. 6+ WAR season for the Cubs. Arrieta, maybe? Jake Arrieta. Bang. 5%. I'll take Jake Arrieta. All right, this is where we're gonna need some help, dude. Brewers 2,000 hits, Rockies 2,000 career hits. Again, without breaking the bank here. I guess Michael said it. You want to go Helton, Michael?
Yes.
Todd Helton, MLB, the show. I played it. 2K back in the day. Oh, the 41%. Why do you sound surprised?
I thought he was the only guy.
He is the only guy. That's why 1%.
So who else is there on the Rockies that did it?
Someone else,
no,
dude.
There's nobody.
I told you there's got to be some guy who's been there for a year or something. Bichette, thank you. Ernie, it's okay. We got Michael's choice in there, dude.
Yeah, I did it.
It's important that Michael was involved.
We did it.
So I need Brewers now. Brewers, again, Robin Yount is the only guy I know who's done it, who's actually a Brewer. Who's in the Brewers who is really good, dude? Carlos Delgado. 2,000 hits. Josh B says too low, maybe, but he's not sure, dude. I don't want to lose it. Molitor for the Brewers. Let's see what we got going on there. Molitor. Paul Molitor, dude. Bang. 88 was the score. 26% for Molitor. Todd Helton, probably. There was only 11 people for Rockies. 2,000 career hits. Todd Helton obviously was the biggest. Robin Yount was the biggest for the Brewers there. So I think we did all right, dude. Let's look at the other Rockies, though, for 2,000 career hits for the Rockies. Pete Rose, Ty Cobb, Henry Aaron. Those are all for not the oh, yeah, I forgot. They don't do it by team, dude. That's where they kind of Baseball Reference kind of annoys me a little bit with that shit. But it's fine, dude. It's fine. I think we did all right. That was good for Colorado. That was for Colorado, he says. Too low. Well, in any case, dude, we did it. We did it. Thank you guys for the help. Ernie coming in clutch. Michael coming in clutch. Josh B helping. Right? Yeah. All right. I'm kind of honestly sick and tired of the show, to be honest already. But let's take a quick trip here to the world of the National Hockey League real quick.
He scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle break! It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink Wellington made the full split save!
Are you kidding me? Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights!
All right, baby. Big weekend in hockey, NHL. What's that?
Comment?
Yes, Michael is like the kid that brought the construction paper for the project, and that's it. LMAO, but y'all got an A, so it works. Hey, I'm a part of the team. I got an A. I passed. I'm going on to the next round.
That's right. You are going on to the next round, dude.
So if you guys aren't following here, we've got big stuff going on here. Big stuff, all right? We got a 1-1 tie, okay? We got June 4th, 4-3 in OT. Then you follow that back up with another OT, but this time Florida takes it. So it's 1-1. Florida did what they needed to do. Look at this. And now they're heading back to Florida with a tie 1-1.
Yeah.
Tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. EDT. This is game 3.
It is big game.
On TNT. TNT. You can get it on True TV and you can get it on Max, folks. Take it away, Tony.
Yeah, dude, it's been obviously a great series. Good morning. The double OT winner, Brad Marchand, knocking on the back door all overtime with some significant scoring chances, finally finding the back of the net to get the game winner, 7th goal of the postseason, 2nd of the night. And I mean, not for nothing, dude. I mean, listen. I mean, I still think this is going to go 7. I still think that Oilers going to be competitive, but it definitely is one of those games, one of those losses at home, double overtime. You're in your own arena too for Edmonton, and to lose that one, to be up too. I mean, not for nothing. You kind of did what you did to Florida, game 1. Going into the second period, you're up 3-2. Second period, Florida back-to-back goals within like 5 minutes, taking the lead. Corey Perry, great job to score, tie it 3rd. But then obviously that OT winner, like I said, was pretty wild. And you look at some of the team stats from that game. 60 hits by the Panthers, dude. The physicality did not stop. And that's what kind of bogged down a little bit of the Oilers, certainly. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you look at the team stats, you look at the box score here. These teams are neck and neck. That's why they're in the Stanley Cup final again, huh? Dude?
Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is what you thought was going to happen all year, and it happened.
I didn't think this was going to happen again.
I did.
No, you didn't, dude.
I knew it.
When did you say that, dude? You did not say that, dude.
Called it. I said you're going to see it come back.
Come back.
You're going to see it come back.
No, you didn't, dude.
Here we are, and I was right.
But anyway, we have game 3 tonight. And like Michael alluded to, we are back in Florida. Not necessarily back in Florida. Well, we're back in Florida, but for the Oilers, it's their first time in Florida for the series here. And I think home ice will take a significant factor. It would be a significant factor here in this game. I was calling for the Bobrovsky shutout, okay? I think it comes tonight. I think you're going to see a 3-0 victory by Florida. A little bit of dominance.
No.
Brad Marchand will continue his goal streak. Okay, dude, he'll have his 8th goal of the postseason tonight. Kachuk and I guess Barkov. And you're going to see, an Oilers team get shut out for the first time in a little bit of while here.
It's not happening.
First time by Florida, obviously. And not for nothing. I mean, the first two games, very high scoring. Overtime games back-to-back. Not this one. Regulation. And I think it's going to take that type of game here to show people kind of like what's what, that, hey, Florida is a dominant team. Oilers, you come into our house, like you better be coming with something special here. And maybe Oilers adjust for game 4. They win it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here. But at the end of the day, Panthers, got the job done. They took one on the road, which wasn't easy, obviously. So, it's been great, watching this game. And I don't know what's going on with the indigestion here. Maybe it was that pizza last night, the late-night pizza, dude. I had some late-night contact with some pizza, dude.
Oh, yeah. Where's Buckta, speaking of late-night contact?
Dude, because he doesn't give a shit about us
when Barnes
or
isn't
the
here.
show, dude.
Yeah.
No, he actually normally when Barnes is not here, he's even more vocal about specifically Barnes not being here. Man, that guy takes a lot of time off, he'll say, which he does.
I didn't even notice that I got a friend request on Facebook from the great Erndini, as he has it on here.
You're going to accept it?
Oh, yeah, I already did just now.
I don't know if I'm friends with him.
Well, he doesn't consider you that.
But so what do you think? You think, I know I'm calling Bobrovsky shut out 3-0 Panthers. I know people are going to be giving me slack on social media for that, but you know what? When it fucking happens, I want you to eat shit.
It ain't happening, baby.
What do you think's going to happen, dude? McDavid, hat trick, blah.
No. McDavid, definitely 2 goals and assisting on 2 to Draisaitl. 4-1 Edmonton. Assertive, dominant, not taking any shit from Tony or anybody else.
You just say what I say, is what you do.
Is that what you just said?
Well, I said, yeah, first I said
Did you say
shit,
not
okay?
Well, I'm saying not taking any shit.
You're taking a shit. 4-1, you said was the final score?
I have it. Did I? 4-1.
Okay.
Yeah, Edmonton, baby.
Edmonton,
Book
baby.
it. Bet
Book
the
it.
fucking mortgage.
Bet the mortgage. I don't have a mortgage.
No, not you. Whoever does. Don't tell your wife. Do it and make money. And then when she's like, where'd all this money come from? Be like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're living on the street right now. Yeah, that's right. All right, that's a good one. Quick trip, NHL, whatever, dude. You want to do basketball now?
Yeah.
Let's
go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the 3, and the Lakers win the game.
Shout out Kobe Bean Bryant. All right, folks. If you've been paying attention, we've got Oklahoma City.
It's your time to shine.
And the Indiana Pacers. All right.
What?
Series is tied 1-1. All right. So you're thinking, oh my God, what happened last game? Well, Indiana got blown out. They were hovering for a little bit. You thought maybe they could do the little comeback thing, but they didn't do it. Oklahoma City stood true, stood tall. But Indiana did what they had to do. They went into OKC. They took a game. Series is tied. They technically have home court advantage. That's all that matters right now as we go back to Indiana. I still believe that this will go the distance. I do think that. And I think if I had to bet, I am betting Indiana upsets the world and beats Oklahoma City. Big games at home for Indiana. Pascal, Nembhard. Even though Nembhard and Hallie, or as people are calling him online,
Hallie?
No, they're calling him damn, hold on a sec.
Burton? Halliburton?
No, it's something
Not good?
yeah.
Halle Berry? Like Halle Berry, but Halle Berry? You saw that photo shoot with Halle Berry, right? Celebrate Catwoman?
Yeah, you like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Hold on, let me find this.
Is it good? Is it worth it?
I think you would like it.
Halle Curry? Josh B says Halle Curry.
No, it's
Halle
something,
Curry.
It's something else. People are calling.
I can see Josh B calling him that. Halle Curry. saying that dumbass shit. Hattie Curry. Josh B. Impersonation.
It's not the moment Halliburton. That's pretty lame.
They're calling him the moment.
Some people are, I guess.
I don't think anyone's calling him what you're thinking they're calling
No,
him.
no. Oh, the Halaban.
Oh, the Halaban?
Yeah, come on.
That's pretty good.
And it's and they're sharing photos of Halliburton's face on Osama bin Laden's.
That's fucking hilarious.
So yeah, I thought that was clever.
The Halaban.
Yeah.
Boom.
And there's also like some weird conspiracy theory that he like sold his soul and like went to like some undisclosed location. It's pretty weird.
I don't know, man. I mean,
and a former assistant who's no longer with the team.
Assistant to who?
Indiana Pacers.
Like an assistant? Like I got
Coach.
coffee? Oh, assistant coach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
I
do think that Indiana will take this series. It's going to be a dogfight. Even though OKC is better, I don't know. There's something here. There's something going on.
You think in 7, Indiana takes it?
I'm going to go 6.
In 6. I mean, I've another OKC hasn't been like phenomenal on the road necessarily. I think that it seems like they've been 50-50 in terms of wins and losses on the road. This
Yeah, no,
postseason.
we're going to go Indiana 6. Book it. Another mortgage. Open one up.
Halaban MVP finals.
I don't know. He hasn't been playing well through 2 games.
Ooh.
He could turn it up. I want Nimhart. I'm gonna say Nimhart.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
Do they ever do like the team that didn't win gets their MVP? that ever happened before?
Yeah, I think so. Let me check who it was though.
That's pretty wild. Like, how much of an asshole do you feel, like when you're the Finals MVP?
Jerry West.
Jerry
did it.
West.
Yeah, 1969.
That was the last time.
This is the only time in the NBA Finals history that the MVP was awarded the player losing on the team.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Again, like, how bad do you feel? How bad do your team feel? Like,
It's
damn,
like,
we had the
dude.
best player, we just fucking lost.
Yeah, but he still won one.
Oh yeah, he's good.
He's the logo. But that's pretty much it for that.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it for that, and for everything. Dude.
Yeah.
Even though
actually, UFC. UFC
393.
Sugar Sean O'Malley came in looking decent in the beginning, defending well against Mirab Dvalishvili, who is what some are considering, and Joe Rogan even saying it, the greatest bantamweight ever. This was their rematch. Sean O'Malley was saying that he was injured last time, so Mirab wanted to put that to bed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he did. He's strong. There's a massive height difference.
it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Why are you so obsessed with tall people, dude?
no, you are. You're like getting
You're
horny
so
for them.
dumb,
It's weird.
dude. That's ridiculous. Wait, you?
Mirab though has the strength, and he definitely has the wrestling experience because he kept taking him down. Sean constantly trying to get up, took a lot of energy, and then finally he put him to bed. He had a tap out, had him in a chokehold.
Rear naked chokehold?
No.
Oh.
Why do you always go to that?
Because that's like classic.
No, it wasn't that. Mirab
That'd be my move.
immediately hops the fence, goes to shake Donald Trump's hand,
Really?
takes photo with him. And then actually also bantam weight UFC women. Hold on. I forgot her name. Kayla Harrison. Is that
Kayla
right?
Harrison?
Yeah, let me just double check. Yep,
She's
Kayla
a
wins.
big one.
And she submits Juliana
this
Pena.
girl?
Yep.
Oh.
And guess who she calls out What's her name? Amanda Nunez. Do you know her?
I do know her.
She's considered the GOAT. And, that's going to be the next fight. Her versus Amanda Nunez. Nunez coming out of retirement. Kayla in her post said, she's the GOAT. I have the belt. She has what I want, the legacy. Let's do it.
Like, do they test the women? Like,
I know. She's definitely roided up.
Right?
It's ridiculous.
Like, she's got to be roided up a little bit.
No, she is. Like, that's like an older photo, but like 2 nights ago, I mean, she is looking massive. Definitely on some roids there. So yeah, she's she's still the champ. Tony's taking a gander.
I'm not taking a gander.
Look
like,
at that
we're
one. Look
talking
at that
about
photo
her
of her
with
right there.
this one.
No, yeah. Oh,
That's fucking wild, dude.
Oh,
Like, she looks like fucking Zac Efron
in the wrestling
Iron
movie.
Claw, yeah.
No, she does. So yeah, that's gonna be a great card when it does come, and I'm excited. Sean, I like him. I thought he was doing decent. I don't know. He's too weak. He's too weak.
Does she scare you, Theophil?
No, not her.
I mean, if you were in the ring with her, I'm sure she would.
Just a quick kick to the face.
I don't think you would last, dude.
Fucking side kick. Bang.
I don't know, man.
I would take her down.
Didn't they do this already?
With who? It was Turtle and what's her name?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's Turtle. Like, come on.
It's also Ronda Rousey, though. I mean,
She's
washed.
Over,
dude.
I don't even think she's in the WWE anymore. Does she?
I still don't understand, like, why. I mean, I don't know what. Like, was she injured? Like, did she have health problems? Is that why she left the UFC?
I think it was more so like it was a kick to the ego, and that's no pun intended because she got
fucking rocked by Holly Holm. Dude. I remember that fight. So it was like one of the worst. Like, it was pretty gruesome knockout, dude. Especially like the punch. She got the hammer punch right afterwards too. The fucking face. It was wild. So, I mean, it is what it is, dude.
It is what it is. I'm excited for the next card. Also, John Jones, Aspinall. It's going to happen.
John Jones is the best pound-for-pound fighter I've ever seen.
Who said that?
Dana White.
Well, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. My whole thing with John Jones, like, sure. But he's always been caught for
PEDs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't do that.
So it's like, I don't know.
Like, get it together, dude.
Yeah, like Cormier never did that, even though he wasn't as good, obviously. But you think like if you don't do those things, what's going to happen to you? So we'll see. Aspinall and John Jones, be on the lookout.
Yeah, dude. Be on the lookout for John Jones, dude, because he's coming to get you.
He's coming.
He's coming, dude. Before we go, a big shout out here. RBC Canadian Open winner Ryan Fox, the New Zealander, gets his second tour victory of the year and of his career. 18 under here in beautiful Canada, dude. I think his other win came at Myrtle Beach this season. I think he's like 38 years old. Good for him, dude. He's a winner of not only 500 FedEx Cup points, but $1.764 million, Michael. Right now, if you have that money, what are you doing?
How much?
How much?
1 million?
1.8. Oh, man, it's not enough. I don't know.
No, I like $800K to the businesses. $1 million.
See, if I'm the guy writing your tip right now, forget it. You don't have it.
No, $1 million. I'd probably say half of that into XRP, and then the other half, buy my mom a home. And
for $100,000, you're gonna buy her home where, in Kansas? I buy her home right here.
No, there's some stuff here you can put down payment on for
Bridgeport.
That. No. Somewhere by like
New Haven.
No.
New Britain.
No.
Middletown. Waterbury.
No.
God, dude.
Stop it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's great, dude. That's awesome.
Did what I had to do today.
Fish Boy says, great show, fellas.
Thank you.
LOL, he says also. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
You guys were great. Some great words were said today. Ernie with the call in, Jay with the call in. Also it was just a nice little Monday we have here for you.
That was a highlight for me, Jay.
Jay's a highlight.
Yeah.
Way to pick favorites already. Like, what the fuck, Ernie's?
I mean, I haven't.
What is Ernie? Chop liver?
Jay doesn't call often. I'm on the show. He calls. I mean, I think there's a direct correlation there.
Okay, dude.
I mean, it's there. Like, you could make that argument.
Really?
Fish Boy, the greatest podcast on the planet.
Fish Boy.
On this planet.
This planet. Not like any
Mars.
other planet. Oh, yeah. No.
Mars has some good shows.
In any case, dude, are you back in tomorrow? You gotta be back in tomorrow with Brian.
He's not here?
You
You're not here. Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
be
here.
here. I'll be
You're
here.
back in tomorrow with Brian.
I'll be producing.
Which is crazy, dude. So another immaculate grid for you tomorrow, dude. You better brush up, watch the hockey game, especially tomorrow. I mean, there's not much. There's just a hockey game on tonight, really. No basketball.
Yeah,
no
I'm gonna
Mets,
be
no
watching,
Yankees,
baby.
dude. So that's gonna be dope, dude. Maybe you can talk about your girl. What was her name? Haley Johnson? No, Kaylee Williamson.
Who?
The fighter.
Oh, I already forgot.
Kaylee Hudson.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Well, everyone have a great time. My mom wants to know what time I'll be home. Probably like 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. most likely. But in any case, I want to thank again everyone in here for tuning in. Brian, Michael holds it down tomorrow, 10 a.m. You know the deal. And I hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy whatever games you got, the bets, whatever. But I will not see you mañana. But obviously, Michael and Brian will see you.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.